going and playing Florida State in the national championship, and I really wasn't paying any attention to them. But as they started talking and I see what they had to offer, once I knew if I went to Nebraska, there was a great shot that I'd get to the NFL.
You had a couple national championships there for you. There was a lot of success. Tom Osborne recruit you?
Coach Osborne, 4 years under Coach Osborne, 1 under Solich, 3 national championships. So I think it was a good choice for me.
All right, Panthers draft you in 1999, and that was the first year for George Seifert. Came in as the head coach. Team had been struggling. Dom Capers was out. When you got here, what went through your mind as you looked at a team that was kind of in flux? And I know when you talk to veterans, I know when Seifert came in, Wesley Wall said, hey, it's a new guy, I'm starting all over again.
Right.
So was that kind of good for you as a rookie, the whole new staff and new coach?
Well, I think it's always good when you have a new staff coming in, either it's a free agent or a rookie, is because you're going to get a fresh look and a fresh start. And a lot of times when coaches go to other teams, they kind of clean the roster because they want their guys in there. So being drafted by the new head coach, I felt confident that I was going to get a good shot, a good look at being able to show my talents. But at first I was really just, hey, let me see what this is all about. I don't want to make waves. I just want to go to work, learn this business, and really just fine-tune my tools. And when I got here, they had some veteran guys that was kind of pieced together, which was kind of good for me because I got to learn from them a little bit. But I really got to learn from like Reggie White and Swanee and Sean Gilbert. Really surrounded myself with those guys and really learn what they had learned over the years and not trying to recreate the wheel. So I felt confident that, I was going to get a year or two to really try to see what this league's about. And then sure enough, that third year I got an opportunity to really shine, even though the record didn't really show it. That was a learning year. 1-15, a lot of people say we don't want to look at that, but us as a team, us as the guys that were played on that team that went on to the Super Bowl, really learned a lot from that year.
Now, I was going to ask you this. I had a conversation with somebody on the sideline one day, and this is a few years back, and we wondered if it benefited you to have, because you talked about these veterans they were trying to bring in, Eric Swan, Reggie White. They paid Chuck Smith a lot of money. He played like a quarter and a half, and his knee blew out. And we kept thinking, maybe if they'd have just thrown Mike out there, who knows? But you say you benefited from those guys being here.
Absolutely, because it's difficult, regardless if you're the first overall or the last pick, you're thrown out there in this fast game as a rookie. And the special ones shine. So I felt good. I was always that type of guy. I'll sit back. I'll learn. I want to see what's going on. And then really going after it. And so that 2 years enabled me to do that. And to learn from those guys, to see, to carry myself, whether it's off the field or on the field. Reggie White he locked her next to me, and that was probably some of the best times that I really got to see what a true pro was about. And how to handle myself through good times and bad times. 1-15, I knew if coach got fired, the next coach was going to come in, he was going to look at the film. So one, I say, if I play well, they'll see that. But two, it wasn't my nature to quit. And so that we could be getting blown out 40 to nothing. But my thing was, that guy over there, I did not want him after the game like, okay, that guy quit. I wanted him to say, you know what, we blew him out, but that dude didn't quit. And so that was my motivation during 1-15, and had a decent year and really learned from that.
And within a couple of years, you're in the Super Bowl. What do you remember most about that season? And it was so, the cardiac cats was the story from the comeback against Jacksonville. Block an extra point to force overtime against Tampa. You beat the Colts in overtime in their place. That season was so full of these incredible comebacks. When you look back on 2003, what do you think of first?
Well, I think that you couldn't paint a picture any better than that. As a fan, to have overtimes, looks like you're going to lose a game, and the only way you can win or stay in the game is to block a kick. What are the odds? You cannot tell me as a fan or as a player that you could not have been happier than what that season brought to us. But we didn't know what to expect. Some of the guys that had never been there before, we didn't know what to expect. So it was a new adventure each week. And as we went on and just knocking teams off, and was exciting because we're just playing football, a game that we love. As we got towards December, as we started getting into the playoffs, then, people started saying, all right, things wretched up. And then you could see that. You just saw a team come together having fun. Writing history. This team in this franchise has never been to a Super Bowl. And to be able to do that and to be part of that, the first team to do that was something I'll never forget. And it was a learning experience for me because 1 in 15, 2 years before that, I learned being at the bottom. Now here, 2 years later, we're at the top. So as a man, I was taking this as a learning tool. How to handle yourself when it's low, how to handle yourself when it's high. And that's some of the things I really took away from it. And just some of the great times of having that experience to be on a world level and having one of the best games in NFL history in the Super Bowl. I think a lot of people remember that.
I don't know if a lot of our viewers know this, but your brother, drafted by the Cleveland Browns. So, are you going to be watching a lot of Browns games this year?
Absolutely. I remember going to college and him being about 10 years old and him looking over the fence as we're blowing somebody out. We're on the bench and we're done, and him being over there. And after that, we go to the house, we'll barbecue, and he'll be right there mingling amongst these big guys. And not knowing that he was taking all this in. And that was something that was special. And for him to have that opportunity, it was kind of funny because he always wanted to go to Nebraska. So I always wanted to go to Missouri. He always wanted to go to Nebraska. I go to Nebraska. He ends up going to Missouri. It worked out for the best of it for both of us. But definitely be supporting him in that game opener against Dallas. I'll be there to support him like he was supporting me.
Before I let you go, tell our viewers what you're doing now, because I know you got the Rucker's house going, you're involved in real estate, a lot of things going on for you, but you're in the media again, you're working for ESPNU.
Absolutely. It's something that, 3 years, the whole time I was doing the internship, kind of find out what I wanted to do after football. Because I knew I just couldn't sit on the couch and watch overall day. So I got into real estate. I have Vision Group Realty. And basically what I wanted to do, I wanted to have a business that I was able to impact the community in a positive way. So I felt like it was 2 birds, 1 stone. And so everything I do, I try to do that, whether it's the Rucker's house with the children, whether it's Vision Group Realty with, helping people buy, the biggest investments. ESPNU, it's me staying connected to football and at the college level. And they've been a big supporting thing here lately. And working with them and doing the Big 12 conference this year. So I'm really excited about these 3 things and doing my community work and my family. So very excited what the future holds for me.
Before I let you go, Mike Minter told me last year he just kind of sat and watched games by himself. No kids, no wife. In that first game, I know your brother's going to be playing, so that kind of guides you in a different direction. But I know you're going to be thinking about these guys when they take the field in San Diego in that opener, aren't you?
Absolutely. I've already been thinking about it. Seeing the pictures on the internet and just seeing the stuff that they're going through. I'll catch myself looking at my watch and I'll know exactly where they're at or what they're doing, whether it's nap time or whether they're in meetings and coaches up there talking, or whether they're on the field. And so I definitely know the patterns. They're doing that for 9 years. And I'll be there to support them in any way possible. I'm their biggest supporter, and I want to see them do well. The coaching staff and the players and ownership. It's a top-notch ownership organization from the top to the bottom. And so I think one thing that's going to help me is my brother's playing. So I'll kind of be able to ease my way out instead of just saying chop. It's all done.
Well, for me personally, it was a pleasure watching you play, getting to know you all those years in the locker room. Continued success. Good luck in broadcasting, and thanks for stopping by the show.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Mike Rucker, our guest. Time is up. Thanks for being with us. Join us again next time for another edition of Sports Night.
Sports Night is brought to you by Inbo Furniture, Scandinavian and contemporary design. Box Tops All, the countertop specialist. Visit our Mooresville showroom today and ask about our starting line selections. Charlie's Premium Cigars. For your next cigar experience, think outside the box. Think Charlie's Cigars. The Investment Center, helping you chart your financial future. And by the Sunset Club.
Thinking of updating your existing countertops?
Then call the countertop specialists at Fox Tops All. Fox Tops All is a leading provider of premium custom manufactured countertops, which we fabricate to your specs. No matter how large the project, Fox Tops All believes in exemplary customer service from the moment you walk through our doors until the last installed surface meets your satisfaction. Come visit our Mooresville showroom today and see for yourself why Fox Tops All.
Welcome to Stressless, the recliner that lets you create your own personal comfort zone. With a smooth reclining glide system that eases your body into the perfect position for total relaxation. Plus full lumbar support and a headrest that adjusts automatically. Stressless. Relax your body, free your mind.
Come, experience Stressless at Inbo Furniture in Cornelius.
Hi, I'm Bill Rsinski. I love cigars, and when I buy cigars, I get them at Charlie's. You absolutely must see the walk-in humidor at Charlie's Cigars. Just the aroma as you walk through it, surrounded by some of the finest handmade cigars from all over the world. Find out why Charlotte's Cigar Society is moving to Charlie's for the very best premium cigar experience. Whether you've been enjoying cigars for years or just beginning to understand what's so special, think outside the box. Think Charlie's Cigars.
Welcome to Stressless, the recliner that lets you create your own personal comfort zone. With a smooth reclining glide system that eases your body into the perfect position for total relaxation. Plus full lumbar support and a headrest that adjusts automatically. Stressless. Relax your body, free your mind.
Come, experience Stressless at Inbo Furniture in Cornelius.